Recovering your inner peace. Take your time to enter this session, and when you are ready to start, breathe deeply through your nose. Then allow this pleasant air to descend down to your abdomen, which inflates like a balloon. During this first session, you need to concentrate to allow this air to descend further down into your abdomen and even lower with each inspiration. And when you exhale, just let it out, flowing with a continuous stream with your mouth half open. Note then that with each exhale, your body relaxes, releasing the tensions and letting them go with the air that you exhale through your mouth. Now you can close your eyes, and the only thing you have to do is listen to the sound of my voice. This voice could be your voice, the voice for your relaxation. Just think about letting yourself go. And during this session, let's experience a form of freedom. Just the freedom to feel the pleasure of releasing you completely. Freedom from all thoughts, so you can only feel the present moment. To do this, you just have to let yourself slide towards a state of even deeper relaxation, as if you were traveling on a gentle slope at your pace, and with every new breath you let the relaxation of your body bring you more comfort. Breathe the essence of freedom, feeling safe, and to also let go of this freedom, returning to a state of alertness, if the situation so requires. Now you can begin to breathe more slowly, deeply, and regularly. Your relaxation improves, and your soul is in full possession of its faculties. Be very attentive to my words. You experience this positive and beneficial feeling that you are feeling now in this state of deep relaxation. You fully understand how this opens up new doors to faster learning and the discovery of more effective solutions. This state allows access to your internal resources. You feel well. It is as though you were resting in a place so comfortable, so secure, that you could almost fall asleep. A place known only to you, where you can relax and feel in harmony, and all your internal rhythm becomes calm, becomes consistent. You become aware of the generosity of your infinite internal resources. So now I suggest you to develop a shortcut to this state of sublime well-being. To associate this state with an image, a word, a sound, a gesture, or a posture. Take your time to choose the shortcut that suits you best. That is very good. Now think about this image, this sound, this gesture. I don't know it, but you do. Find this place so secure, so comfortable, And every time you think of this image, this sound, this gesture, the same sensation of fulfillment and well-being develops in you more and more strongly every time you do this relaxation session. And my voice continues to probe, this voice which could well be your inner voice, the voice of your deep spirit, your deep nature, the voice of your unconscious. And while you continue to relax and enter in a gentle idleness, I ask that your conscious mind resist its desire to slip away. Now that you have access to the state of your most precious resources, perceive how your mind wants to move towards the best solutions, towards the most effective choices, the fastest way to make your desires possible. Note how ready you are when it comes to doing things. To use these considerable resources you have. How to create new associations of thoughts, ideas. To open your vision to new solutions. As you finally release the tension from your muscles and without the interferences, your mind is more free, more flexible, more able to use its infinite resources for your immediate and future benefit. Maybe at another time, too many thoughts occupied you, hindered your perception of things, events, situations. These invasive thoughts imposed a sense of uncertainty. So in this moment, don't think of anything in particular, as if you were in the center of nowhere, comfortably disassociated from your environment. The mind in the center and the body just elsewhere in two distant spaces. In this state, you allow yourself to understand how your mind can easily implement a change, implement an idea, a project, and plan its implementation. Every day from today, and it may be a small change at first, which influences a part, then diffuses into each cell of your body. Exactly as you release a small muscle first, to extend this relaxation to all parts of your body, to feel a deep relaxation in each of your cells. It is possible that in the past, to meet a need, to adapt to a particular situation, you felt the need to adopt a small change necessary to make you feel comfort and security, or something else important at that time. And maybe it can be changed today, because this small change has brought you in a state of conflict between what you want now to guide your future and this change that was useful before. Between this promising future in which you take, when necessary, the time to make pilgrims on your timeline. This line on which are inscribed all the events of your life between the day of your birth and today, and when necessary, we discover the detailed sensory perceptions associated with each event. This valuable information, which may be some details you had missed, then take the time to heal the wounds felt in the past, buried wounds that you can now, with your know-how and your present benevolence, soothe, calm, fill, and to live an inner peace deeper and deeper. So as it had already helped you in the past, your unconscious can now adjust its best settings to alleviate these conflicts, these oppositions, these difficulties, these habits that sometimes imposes themselves too quickly, that sometimes overwhelms you. Your deep part can set up this inner peace with much efficiency. It can follow the path you indicated to, or the path you think of, the one you love. This path opens you to more knowledge of yourself, to highlight your needs, accept them, and take full advantage of the present moment. Have you noticed that when people think intensely about what they would like to get, or what they would like to become, or simply what they would like to do, when their thoughts are sincere and profound, then this change begins to happen in their lives. So while your conscious mind is wondering how to do this, how to access this inner peace by learning to know you and by filling the gaps of the past which were invited in the present. How to take the time to learn how to take time. So you might right now want to let your deep part browse some memories. Just let it wander towards the past, perhaps looking for a moment, a situation, days, weeks, or months ago, or still further away. In that moment, during which you also had the feeling that if you focus your thinking on something in particular, this could be achieved. And indeed, it happened, as you had imagined, as if you also had the power to turn your thoughts into reality, to transpose what you had thought mentally into the reality. And now the more your deep mind walks, the more it travels the past, the more you find situations in which everything was done exactly as you thought. And you can remember your thought was staring at something with strength, with pleasure. And the more you thought about it, the more you naturally perceived what to do and how to make it happen. So it happened as you thought. Then you can remember a particular situation in which this occurred. Just let yourself lost in this feeling. Feel all there is in this memory. When you have succeeded exactly as you had imagined, and look at all there is to see. Listen to all there is to hear. Feel all there is to perceive. Then enjoy a few moments of this pleasure, of this marvelous success. And I wonder how easily you could imagine doing this, as you have done so often, perhaps this time, at another time in the future. It can be in a week, a month, or a year. A harmonious future in which you feel the pleasure of finding yourself there, to relearn how to know yourself every day a little better, a future in which you listen to your true needs, your true desires, to better fill them. Finally freed from these mini emotional storms, this anxiety that always pushes you to move forward without knowing whether you are really the one who has decided on the route to follow, or whether it suits you. You can decide as you did it so often, so that tomorrow you can look back on this day. When today will be gone, it will be a day of the past. You will remember with great success, with a feeling that will come back to your memory unexpectedly. And then maybe you will forget it again, as you had forgotten about the other successes which are so useful to you today. And now I want you to come back to explore your childhood memories, because I know that there are stored some interesting experiences which you have used in many occasions. When you acted as if everything was fine and the problem was dissipating, as if you didn't even get hurt and the pain faded, as if you knew what to do to get results. First you had to simulate so that your body and your head perceived things as if they really existed. Then the path would be lit and you only had to follow it, and then you didn't even need to pretend. Then you can take a moment to do it now, to think as if you had reached your goal. There. Now that you've reached your goal, now that you feel each day the feeling of this inner peace, now that you communicate with yourself using supportive words, helping that your actions move in one direction, and that you choose in full consciousness, and that calmness that you feel in you influences your behavior in all areas, in your personal, professional relationships. I suggest you look around. What do you see? Is it brighter, warmer, more harmonious? Listen to the sounds. What do you hear? They are more melodious, more cheerful. Feel the atmosphere as if everything corresponds to what you imagine, to how you move, how you think, how you better imagine all the solutions. While you are in this position, your breath is appeased. You are perfectly comfortable with yourself. You feel confident because you have found precious treasures, treasures you no longer thought of. And I wonder if by knowing this, you feel in a hurry, impatiently waiting to use this knowledge, to regain the habit of advancing easily in the best direction, because you know you can do it again. How you take pleasure in taking a break, just to stop sometimes, to evaluate if what you undertake now matches with you, matches with your values. How this congruence gives power to everything you undertake now. Solid foundations, and the look of others who find you so solid, efficient, sure of yourself, as it is energizing. And you can feel proud. Review in your mind this knowledge you have just acquired, how essential, how pleasant it is. And now feel reassured that when you become aware of the many treasures you possess, and that you will be able to activate, as you have chosen to do at this time, your body rests, and that it is enough for you to take with you these words which you have just heard, just the words that seem interesting to you. They will become a part of you, imprinted firmly in your memory permanently. And you can just remember to forget anything that has to do with the conscious level, as you simply forget to remember what is in the unconscious. And whenever you like, when you think that you have done all that you had to do, put in your best effort, found the best ideas you have and how to implement them, when you will feel the deep feelings that something good and important has come true, you will be able to begin the process and complete it here and now. But in the meantime, take the time to enjoy all these good feelings, this good moment. You will only have to mentally count down from 5 to 1, and at 1 you will be back in the present, in shape, full of positive energies, because you know that the processes you have put in place will continue today, tomorrow, and in the following days.